idea what's coming.
Does Heidi Klum have one guilty pleasure?
A guilty pleasure?
RADTV.
Is that considered guilty? A guilty pleasure? No.
This season, I'm so proud. Yeah? Yes. And please watch it. Don't just clap and then like not watch it, okay? Be cool.
Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
We're back and better than ever. Hi, and welcome to the premiere episode of the Radnor Report for the 2015-2016 school year. I'm Kenna Babcock.
And I'm Caroline Scheinfeld. Yes, we're a little late coming out with our first show of the school year, but we have a good excuse.
Our television studio has gone through some exciting changes, and we can't wait to tell you about them.
Well, instead of just telling everyone about the changes, why don't we show them?
This is our new control. Kenna!
Oh, hey, sorry, I just had to get some Wawa. But wow, this room is amazing.
I know, RADTV got a total video upgrade. This is our new control room. We now have TriCaster, which is an all-purpose media production system. It is a 16-channel video switcher with an audio mixer, media players, titles, graphics, and digital effects. It also comes with a virtual sets and a virtual set editor, which means in time, we can create our own customized virtual sets.
This upgrade also allows for live streaming of our productions. Soon, Radnor will begin producing our morning announcements on video, which will stream live to every homeroom. Very exciting.
Our control room allows for 5 positions: director, audio director, graphics operator, tech director, and teleprompter operator.
Our intercom system is also improved. The director can now easily address the entire room.
Quiet on the set!
Speak directly to the camera operators.
John, can you zoom in on Caroline's face? Oh my god, no, don't do that, zoom back out.
Or speak directly to the anchors through these IFBs.
Your hair looks hideous, please fix it.
Not all of our directors are that rude. Let's take a look back at these cameras. I mean, come on, how amazing are these? We also received new mics, lighting systems, preview monitors, and a mobile cart called Vidcaster. This is basically the travel version of TriCaster and allows us to create multi-camera productions outside of the TV studio.
We also received 4 new Mac desktop computers with new editing software. We have both Final Cut Pro X and Adobe Premiere now. And don't forget Adobe After Effects. We actually have the entire Adobe Creative Cloud. Learning to animate text and pictures has been so fun.
We are extremely fortunate to have access to all this state-of-the-art equipment and software.
And as someone that wants to go into film production when I'm older, I am so thankful to the district for making this happen.
Well, we better get back to the show.
Not again. Oh, Wawa again?
No, I had to see a man about some Moroccan tapestries. But no worries, I'm ready to top the Radnor beat. Radnor Middle School has been recognized as a 2015 National Blue Ribbon School. Representatives from RMS are invited to Washington, D.C. in November to be honored by the Department of Education. This award is given annually to schools around the country who demonstrate either strong learning standards or who make remarkable strides on closing achievement gaps. We not only congratulate our middle school on such an outstanding achievement, but all of Radnor, as such an accomplishment would not be possible without the support of our parents, school board members, and the entire community.
Policies concerning suicide prevention and homework are now official district policies. Beginning this school year, a new Pennsylvania law requires teachers of students in grades 6 through 12 to complete 4 hours of training in youth suicide awareness and prevention every 5 years. The law also requires school districts to adopt a suicide awareness and prevention policy. Our district is exceeding the state mandate by providing training to all teachers grades K through 12. So by the end of this school year, every Radnor teacher will be trained. 10 graduates of Radnor High School will be inducted into our Hall of Fame during a banquet luncheon on Saturday, November 21st at 10 o'clock at the St. David's Golf Club. The 6th Hall of Fame class will include
Interior designer Jeffrey Ballhuber,
writer Kelly Corrigan,
Petty Officer Mark Gibbons,
World Affairs analyst and RADTV alum Shadi Hamid,
choreographer, performer, and teacher Austin Hartel,
research scientist Jeffrey L. Kephart,
scholar Maria Rosa Menokal,
Foley artist John Roche,
coach, teacher, and administrator Jennifer Schillingford,
and meteorologist Josh Werman.
The Radnor Hall of Fame Committee invites all interested parties to attend the ceremony. Tickets are $45 for individuals ages 12 and up and $20 for children under 12. Order forms can be found on the district website and are due by Wednesday, November 4th. An all-school assembly introducing the inductees to the current RHS students will precede the induction on Friday, November 20th, and aired later on RADTV. Many of the inductees will also teach a master class to students. For more information on Radnor High School Hall of Fame, contact Skip Shoemaker at the email listed below.
An in-depth video explaining the accomplishments of each Hall of Fame inductee will air on RADTV later this month.
Actually, you may have noticed that all our video productions so far this year have been aired as individual clips. In the past, we've compiled all our crew's work throughout the month and then aired it as one monthly wrap-up show called the Radnor Report. We realized this wasn't the best way to share our work, as the shows became quite lengthy.
So now each video we create is aired individually on our Educational Access cable channel, as well as posted on our websites and social media accounts. We hope this format will give our videos more exposure and are more convenient for the audience to view.
So, if you want to keep up with what amazing things our Radnor schools are doing, keep your TV tuned to Comcast 8 or Verizon 31.
Or subscribe to us on YouTube, Radnor High Television.
Or follow us on Twitter at Radnor TV.
Or like us on Facebook, RADTV, the education station.
Or follow us on Instagram, Radnor TV.
Or visit us at our website, radnortv.com.
We don't have a Snapchat yet, but I'm sure that's coming.
This year's homecoming will coincide with the LM game, and one of the biggest traditions of homecoming is the crowning of the homecoming king and queen. This year's senior class has selected its court. The nominees for king are Andrew Ciato, Justin DiCarlo, Dario Falcone, Sean Boat Hanrahan, and Patrick Sherry. The nominees for queen are Rosemary Barnhart, Caroline Cox, Zoe Landry, Rosemary Pizauner, and Katie Wakayama. RADTV will be meeting up with these students soon to find out a little bit more about this special group. Follow us on one of our social media accounts so you'll be notified when this video is set to air.
The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students. More than just an honor roll, NHS serves to honor those students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Radnor's induction ceremony took place on Monday, October 19th in the RHS Auditorium. Our RADTV cameras were there and the entire ceremony will be broadcasted in the coming weeks. Congratulations to all those inducted.
On September 21st, college representatives began holding meetings for sophomores, juniors, and seniors in the RHS Guidance Office. To keep track of all visits, students can log into their Naviance account, visit the Family Connections page, click Colleges, and select View All Upcoming College Visits. To register for a visit, click Sign Up. If the visit is during one of your classes, just print the registration page to show your teacher for permission to attend. Remember, seniors, official transcripts may be requested through Naviance Family Connection page. A $3 fee is due for each request processed. Payment is due the day after the request, and transcripts will be held until payment is received. Earlier this month, RADTV reporter Devin Tian sat down with RHS Guidance Counselor JJ Lemon to find out more about Naviance and other ways RHS Guidance can help students. Make sure to check it out.
One of our newest segments, created by Grant Plotkin and April Katzman, is called Rad Faculty.
Their first edition featured the high school nurse, Mrs. Lorario. They've now followed that up with a one-on-one interview with Dr. Stevenson. Be sure to check that out in the upcoming weeks.
Speaking of new segments, let's now go to Ryan Bird and Jillian Gorman with
Hello?
Why don't you want to talk to me?
Who
Who is this?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
You making popcorn?
Uh-huh.
I only eat popcorn at the movies.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a scary video.
Really? What?
Oh, just a little RADTV.
You like scary movies?
No! The acting is always terrible!
Hi, and welcome to Ryan and Jill's movie review.
Today, we'll be reviewing the movie Scream, which was released in 1996 and was rated R.
Scream was directed by Wes Craven and stars some talents such as Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Dave Arquette, just to name a few. So let's start with score this week.
I honestly thought they did a really great job. Their music was spot on for the mood of the movie, and it was there, but it wasn't incredibly noticeable, so it wasn't in the way of the actual movie itself.
Right, yeah, I really feel that and really implied that build up, let down scare tactic that movies nowadays don't have, where the music gets you all ready for something to happen and then nothing happens, and in that moment of vulnerability they imply the scare and it really just hits you a lot harder.
I thought they did a great job. And then in times when the music did need to be noticeable, such as the party, they did make it louder. So I thought they did a very great job with the score.
So next, let's talk about the cinematography and lighting of the movie. The cinematography I felt was, like the score, really well done. I really enjoyed the use of close-ups and awkward angles. It added a new and different feel for a horror movie, but I guess old because it is a classic.
For sure. I think they definitely used some of the classic horror movie shots where, for example, the killer's behind the door and the person shuts the door and you see them, or you see the killer in the background, or, you know, the classic hiding in the bushes shot, spying on the person. And even though those are like very, I don't want to say corny, but definitely cliche movie shots, I think it was definitely necessary for a movie like this. It kind of made the movie.
Yeah. I felt that the extras and the kind of shots that they used added a more realistic feel to an already unrealistic storyline.
True.
And I just thought everything was really well done.
So our next topic of discussion will be the casting and the acting in the movie itself.
As well as storyline.
As well as the storyline.
So I felt that the character of Sydney was really well done. Good choice for the main character of the film.
I totally agree with you. I mean, they definitely had those cheesy runaway shots where the girl trips and the killer's behind her. But overall, they didn't make her too much of a weak character. She was definitely strong, and I sort of like that. She was a fighter throughout the entire movie.
Another character who many at home might recognize is the reporter, who the name is slipping my brain because I suck at actor names. You will recognize her as Monica from Friends. And she did a really great job. What did you think about how she performed?
I agree. She was actually also on my list of favorite characters throughout the movie, along with the killers. I think of all the characters, they did the best job of making it real. Some of the other actors had some very unnatural lines where it made you laugh.
Yeah. I feel like those are really the only characters I feel the need to speak about, because everyone else was just kind of subpar. On the storyline, now, there were good parts and there were bad parts of the storyline for me. For instance, the depiction of the high school, I really feel like if someone died, as they did in the very beginning of the film, people would not just be laughing it off and joking about it. They would be really devastated. So that's what really turned me off about the high school aspect. A lot of the peoples being killed in this film did fight back.
I completely agree with you on that. I thought it was a nice change to see them fight back. But I have to say that even though the high school, it wasn't necessarily the kind of high school that we go to, it was almost a part of the horror movie. Like, it would have been odd had the high school been extremely realistic.
Now, see, that's where I'm going to have to disagree with you, because I feel if the high school was extremely realistic, it would almost make the movie scarier, because you go to that high school, that's your high school. It's so realistic that it almost makes it feel like it could happen to you. The depiction of the high school in the movie, I felt really added a corny feel that I really didn't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of liked it. I liked the whole 90s-esque high school. It's not what high school's like, but in terms of a movie, it's like a movie high school, which I like.
I guess. Which could almost lead us into our next topic, personal opinion. Even though there were some parts of the movie that I liked and some parts that I didn't, I really liked the movie, and I really do think that it's a classic and that everyone should see it.
Oh, I completely agree with you on that. It's definitely a classic, for sure. And if you're going to watch a horror movie and you've never seen any before, that should definitely be a go-to movie.
It should definitely be on everyone's list.
Yeah.
It was really self-aware, which is something almost iconic to the Scream franchise, where they'll say things such as, oh, well, when you're in a horror movie, you should never do this.
And then they go and do it, of course, yeah.
So I think that about wraps it up. One thing I have to mention before we end is there is a scene, spoiler alert, so if you keep watching, you've been warned. There is a scene where Tatum dies, the garage scene. There's so many movie sins in that scene that made it so unrealistic, and I'm about to break them down for you guys. So Tatum walks into the garage, she's getting some drinks out of the refrigerator, and the killer comes in. He confronts her, and then one thing that she does is she throws a full, glass bottle at him, and it shatters. If that happens in real life, you're down for the count. That's number one. Number two, he's chasing her through the garage, and she slams the refrigerator door in his face, and hard enough for him to oomph back and fall on the ground. That's number two, down for the count. She tabletops him, which is where he was running at her, and she got on her hands and knees and fell over her onto the stairs. Number three, he's down. The way she dies is she tries to crawl out through the cat door. Stupidest scene I've ever seen.
My God.
It was so dumb. And the killer was like, oh, I'll be so lazy, and turned on the garage, where she would have been crushed as the door was opening. A garage door cannot lift a high schooler. I'm sorry. Either the bottom of the cat door would have given out, or the motor would not have worked. I'm sorry. So those are all the movie sins in that scene.
Of course, you always have to have the flawed physics of a horror movie.
Absolutely. So now we come to the portion in the show where we rate the movie. And personally, I would give this movie 7.5 bloody knives out of 10.
I'm gonna have to go with 8, Ryan.
8? Oh man. All right. Well, that wraps it up for this week's edition of Ryan and Jill's Movie Review. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Thanks, guys. Great review on a great movie. You answer it.
No, you.
No, you.
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 Fine. We'll both answer it.
Hello?
Why, hello, Kenna.
Who is this, and why do you know my name?
Can I ask you a question?
Just say yes!
Yeah, yes.
What time is it?
I don't know, 4:20.
No! I'll ask you again. What time is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you want from us?
I'll give you a hint. It's time. for you make us rather proud.
You make us rather proud! Radnor High School's Catherine Hung may be set to graduate in June, but she's recently added another big event to her calendar that month, a prestigious award ceremony on Capitol Hill. Catherine approved for a Congressional Award Gold Medal, Congress's highest award for American youth, for excellence in citizenship, character building, and community service. Catherine will be presented with the award by the United States Congress at the annual Gold Medal ceremony in Washington, D.C. The Gold Medal recognizes students who set and achieve goals in 4 program areas: volunteer public service, personal development, physical fitness, and expedition and exploration. Congrats, Catherine. You make us Radnor proud. Caroline. Caroline.
Oh, sorry. Send.
Who are you sending those selfies to?
Mr. Miller.
Why?
This year, the Radnor High School Yearbook Committee is on the search for selfies. If you want to appear in this year's yearbook, all you have to do is send a selfie of you and your friends to radnorsendyourselfies@gmail.com. So take out those cell phones and secure yourself a spot in this year's book. Really, Kenna? Really?
And send.
This is gonna take a while. Let's go to Simon Pression with Rad Sports.
Thanks, guys. I'm Simon Pression, and this is Rad Sports. Radnor High School golfers Bryn Walker, Michael Sidneys, Gabby Kim, Jake Calamaro, and David Colleran's combined efforts earned Radnor a District 1 Class AAA team title on October 13th. The team finished 5 over with a 293 total, 6 shots clear of Methacton High School. The district title earns Radnor a spot in the PIAA. Peter Civitella met up with Bryn Walker and Coach Krupp to find out more about their impressive achievements.
Bryn, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Peter?
I'm just dandy. First off, I'm sure a lot of people would know what it is you do to be so good because everyone knows you are so good. They'd like to know a little bit how you are.
I don't know if I have a key for you. I think it's just I just try to do my best every time, and I work really hard. And I just practice.
A lot of practice, unlike AI. So could you walk us in a day in the life of Bryn Walker, boss golfer lady?
Sure. All right. Well, I probably would be on the golf course by now if it wasn't for this interview.
You already there?
Yeah, I'd zip there real quick, in the truck, get there real quick.
She has a truck and it has so little cabin space. It's so annoying. It's claustrophobic, but it's a truck.
It's perfect. I'd be there at practice for 3 to 6 or 7 hours, depending on
3, 6, or 7 every day, just casually. And then do you go home and eat your mom's goldfish mac and cheese?
Every single night, goldfish mac and cheese and some chicken maybe. Actually, I haven't had that in a while, so I skip lunch because you gotta be at the golf course, If I want to zip all over there, I know, maybe some snacks, maybe some bars. Yeah, snacks a little bit. Yeah.
So, what was your favorite memory from this year so far? And was this year a special year for you, being your senior year?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's kind of sad, but I'd have to say my favorite memory was 2015 Centrals, Turtle Creek, when there's a playoff, and I didn't think somebody would make it, and then this kid over here drains the putt to qualify, and then shoots 95 in district. So.
82, actually. Do you have a specific technique to prepare yourself for a round and a match?
I just do interviews, this.
This pumps you up?
Yeah, this pumps me up.
This is what gets you going?
This gets me ready, okay. Yeah. This, maybe some music,
What artist?
Anything country.
I personally prefer Biggie. She drives around in her truck and listens to country music, and she's from the outside of Philadelphia, and she plays golf. Warming up is overrated. Joe's.
That is the key. Joe's and country music. That's the life.
Okay, and what's your favorite thing about golfing, and how did you get started playing golf?
Pretty much started right out of the womb. No, I didn't start until I was like 9 because my brother started playing and I just did whatever he did. So I just picked up a club, start hitting away. My favorite thing about golf, probably just playing. I don't know.
That you're really good at it?
Beautiful courses I get to go to and like getting to travel and meet different people and learn all different types of things, and then like be on a team with weird people like you.
Here's a question for you. How do you balance your schoolwork and golf?
All school, no golf. Or, well, all golf, no school. That's what I meant. No.
She's a horrible speaker, actually.
I balance it by, just managing my time as best as I can.
Thanks, Simon. We out.
Thank you. We are out.
This is Bryn Walker, boss golfer lady.
Thanks, Peter, and congratulations again, golf team. Our football team is 4-3 and has the potential to make the playoffs. If we do make the playoffs, we will have a game on Friday, November 13th at a location to be determined. The date of this game is dictated by District 1, and the site is based on rankings. If we are the higher seed, we will host the game. If we are the lower seed, we will travel. The Radnor LM game is currently scheduled for Saturday, November 14th. Provided we make the playoffs, we would move the LM game to Monday, November 16th at 6 p.m. at Radnor High School. Should our football team not make the playoffs, we would keep the LM game on November 14th. Rest assured that in either scenario, we would still hold LM Week and its associated festivities. The only potential changes, should our football team make the playoffs, would be the date of the actual football game and the recognition of our homecoming court, which will take place during halftime. We will keep you updated should more information become available. Congrats to Grace Hederick and Jessica Lynn for winning the first 2 rounds of districts. As the fall sports season comes to an end, we would like to congratulate all the teams on their hard work and dedication this season. For Rad Sports, I'm Simon Prussian. Back to you.
Thanks, Simon, and you're right. LM Week is just around the corner. This year's theme is Nickelodeon, and students have already begun planning for the greatly anticipated Spirit Week. Students are busy choreographing their dances and deciding on hallway decorations. Everyone is buzzing with excitement for the upcoming dress-up days, Powerpuff football games, and Has-Been Luncheon. Preparations are also underway for the annual LM Dance. Anyone is going, so make sure to buy your tickets. Available at all lunches during LM Week. Only $5 for a whole lot of fun, food, and friendly conversations.
Elementary. Elementary.
Elementary school.
Iseman Elementary held its Halloween Fest on Friday, October 23rd. This family fun night included a DJ, dancing, Halloween games and prizes, balloon animals, and prizes for the best costumes. Our own Cassie Rosen was there to capture all the spooky fun, so make sure to keep a lookout for that video at the end of the month.
Iseman Elementary School recently held its 44th annual Field Day based on learning, playing, and fitness. During separate morning and afternoon sessions, students in grades K through 5 enjoyed a variety of fun stations where they navigated obstacle courses, ran relay races, practiced their hand-eye coordination, hula hooped, and much more. Make sure to catch Jonathan Davis's report on this fun event, which is currently airing on our station.
Iseman and Radnor Elementary School are holding a pumpkin parade, which will take place during the last week of October. Parents help their children decorate a pumpkin to look like the main character from a book they've read. These pumpkins will be displayed in the school library. RADTV will make sure to stop by both schools to get a glimpse of these clever creations.
Iseman 5th grade art students worked with teacher Miss Candy Stringer to create an outdoor art installation along the construction site fencing. The students used colorful strips of plastic to weave, braid, and tie streamers into the chain link fence. The festive art transformation is on display just in time for the Halloween parade on October 30th.
Iseman's PTO would like families to donate gently used or new winter clothing for infants, kids, and teens for their Cradles to Crayons Winter Drive. This organization services homeless and low-income children in the Philly area. A box for donations will be outside the main office until Friday, November 6th.
Each year, the Wayne Elementary School PTO Cultural Arts Committee sponsors programs to enhance how our students experience art and literature through live performances. The programs are selected with input from faculty and staff to complement and enrich the school curriculum and provide exposure to a range of artistic expressions throughout a child's years at Wes. On October 27th, the Walnut Theater visits Wayne to perform Oscar and the Big Bully Battle. This performance will illustrate how a small schoolyard scuffle can escalate out of control. The main character, Oscar, learns how to respond to bullying because sometimes you just do something because it's the right thing to do.
Throughout the week of October 5th, all Radnor Elementary School students in grades K through 5 worked with Little Lou and Ronaldo, a team of internationally acclaimed circus performers, for the 9th year in a row. With the help of physical education teachers Guyleen Snyder and Doug Novak, students learned a variety of circus talents, including With the help of physical education teachers Guyleen Snyder and Doug Novak, students learned a variety of circus talents including clowning, stilt walking, juggling, feather balancing, plate spinning, acrobatics, and Diablo. This was part of a week-long residency by the National Circus Project made possible by Radnor's PTO. The culminating show performed by the 4th graders can be seen right here on RADTV.
Radnor Elementary families were also excited to participate in their first annual Trunk or Treat. This is PTO-sponsored event in which several parents volunteer to open their trunks to the RES parking lot, where students trick-or-treat from trunk to trunk. Wayne Elementary also continued the same tradition. RADTV sent cameras to both schools and captured all of their spooky fun. You can catch those videos on our channel in the coming weeks. All the elementary schools will hold their Halloween parades on Friday, October 30th, starting at 2 p.m.
Please visit each school's website for important information on proper procedures to follow.
And that concludes Elementary School News. Oh, and no worries, RMS. The middle school is also celebrating Halloween. Each grade is organizing its own party and are in need of donations. Please visit the RMS webpage and sign up to help on Sign Up Genius. Okay, now you continue with the outro music.
The Wizards are coming. Mark your calendars for Saturday, November 7th at 4 p.m. for One Team, One Dream 2, as the Radnor Raider All-Stars play the Harlem Wizards in an epic rematch. All seats are $15. Tickets are available online now at harlemwizards.com by clicking Tickets are available online now at harlemwizards.com by clicking on Buy Tickets and finding our game date on the Wizards event calendar. Hurry, this event sold out early last year. You'll be glad you came. And yes, RADTV will be there. Well, that about wraps it up for our first show of the school year. For all of us here at the Radnor Report, I'm Caroline Scheinfeld.
Yo, I just sent Miller like 50 selfies. And I'm Kenna Babcock. We'll see you next time, Radnor.